What's going on, guys? This is Bio here, and I got some Gears of War 3. I know the beta has long since come and gone, but I have been jonesing for it ever since they turned the servers offline. I have been wanting this game a lot, and that was kind of weird for me. Gears of War 1 and 2, I really didn't play too much. I wasn't really a big fan of the Gears of War franchise up until recently with Gears of War 3, the beta. And I played the crap ton out of it, but really Gears of War 1 or 2. In fact, I've probably, even though the beta was only out for, what, 4 weeks, I probably put more time into Gears of War 3 than I have into Gears of War 1 and 2 combined, at least multiplayer-wise. It's probably a true statement. I don't know if that's sad or if that's good or bad, but it is what it is. But I think toward by the end of the beta, I was level 35, I want to say 35 or 36, so I made it decently far. But yeah, I was just enjoying it. I was playing with a bunch of my friends who got the beta as well, and we were just having a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game. For those of you who have played Gears of War 1 or 2 and you really weren't looking forward to Gears of War 3 for whatever reason, you didn't like Gears of War 1 or 2 or whatever, definitely give Gears of War 3 a try. A lot of people are saying it looks the same, but to be honest, I think those people saying that are the ones that haven't played it, because you can't just look at the technical aspects of the game, look at the graphics and say, oh, this game is the same because the graphics are the same? What? I don't understand that logic at all that some people are saying. So and my first video I did, that was a lot of people were saying, oh, this game looks the same, why would I want to buy it, just more of the same. And it's honestly, it's just not. So to those people making that argument, you are dumb, sirs or madams. But yeah, so not to call you out, but I did. Anyways, this game, it definitely feels and plays a lot different from previous Gears of War games. It is still Gears of War. Make no mistake, this is still the Gears of War you know and love, or know and hate. Hopefully not, but this is still Gears of War. The movement is similar, but it's much more refined. It's much more easier to move around the map. There's new aspects such as the what's it called? The curb mantle? I want to say the curb mantle, but I'm combining two different moves in the game. The curb stomp and the mantle kick. The mantle kick is very nice, and there's obviously new weapons in the game to change it up. It isn't just a Gnasher fest like it was in Gears of War 1 and 2. In Gears of War 2, I've played a little bit online. All it is the Gnasher, basically. I mean, yeah, you can use the rifles, but only if your team is using them in conjunction with you. You cannot single-handedly, or not often can you single-handedly use the assault rifles to good use or make good use of them. You really have to have a team effort. Otherwise, you might as well just have your Gnasher out at all points. I mean, at the start of every round, that's what you'd see too. You see people just switch over to the Gnasher. They wouldn't even bother with the assault rifles. I mean, they're not useless. It's just that it's kind of like a last resort weapon if you run out of ammo and everything else. So, but with the new guns they've introduced in this game, it's definitely a change of pace. There are definitely new strategies and new ways to play the game, which I like. A lot of people have been complaining about it, but mainly those are people who are kind of dead set in their Gears of War 1 or 2 mentalities. Which I played a little bit of those games, but I really didn't get hard locked into that mentality. So I didn't mind it too much. The change up, and a lot of people complain, the double barrel shotgun is too overpowered. Same thing with the Retro Lancer. Didn't bother me too much. They are going to tone down the Retro Lancer, I believe. Cliff Blazinski said in some Twitter or some message that they're going to increase the hip fire spread, and that they are also going to increase the kickback when you're aiming down sights. So for those who didn't like that gun so much, well, well, there you go, a little bit of a change up. I didn't use it too much. I think I only used it enough to get the golden Retro Lancer, cause I like me unlocks. Oh yes, oh yes. But and then also the double barrel. I don't believe that's seen too much of a change. Don't believe so. But, I mean, that gun wasn't too bad to deal with. The only thing I wish they would change with the double barrel shotgun is they made it more obvious that someone had it, because there'd be so many times where a guy would have out an assault rifle and be like, oh, this guy, I'm about to flank him, he doesn't see me, or, I can make it to this guy, we're pretty close, so I'll have out my Gnasher ready to take him down, and all of a sudden he'll whip out the double barrel, and I'll just like, oh shit, just turn around and start running the other way, but it's already too late. So yeah, it's the only thing I wish they changed, is make it a little bit easier to spot when it's on somebody's back. When they have it out, it's pretty obvious. But when it's on their back, it's a little bit difficult to see. But yeah, for those of you who for whatever reason didn't play the beta or aren't looking forward to Gears of War 3, definitely at least give it a try once the game comes out, at least to rent in September. And speaking of the game in general, Gears of War 3, there was a trailer that just came out a little bit ago for Gears of War 3 for the campaign. It was more of a teaser really than it was a trailer, but I will put the link in the description for those of you that want to see it. It is a campaign trailer, and I thought it was pretty sweet. So yeah, feel free to check it out for those interested. But yeah, for those of you who aren't looking forward to Gears of War 3 and you have an Xbox, I'd say give it a shot. It is different. Just because the graphics look kind of similar doesn't mean the gameplay is exactly the same and it feels the same and all the frustrations that were with Gears of War 1 and 2 followed over. That's definitely not the case. There were things to be frustrated, especially if you were a new player when you came to the Gears of War franchise 1 and 2. Big thing was that the most popular game types, Warzone and Execution, the big thing with them is that new players, they would come in and they'd start playing those games, but the thing is they would die, pretty fast because they're new and they don't understand what's going on or which weapons to use when and whatnot and how to use them effectively. And they would die, but the thing is those rounds, they last until everyone on a team is dead. So you might be sitting there at the screen for 2 or 3 minutes waiting for somebody to die, and that's pretty frustrating and not that fun. And then the next round you go out and you play maybe a bit more careful, maybe get lucky and get a kill, but then you just die again. And so that was obviously a very frustrating experience for new players. And so I'm glad that Gears of War has changed that now, and they've made like the most popular game type Team Deathmatch, and everybody knows Team Deathmatch. You start the game, you spawn, you kill the other enemy, whoever gets the most kills wins, whoever dies the least. So, it's a pretty basic formula, simple, and everybody knows it and understands it, and I'm glad that they made it the most popular game type because of the way the respawns work, which is there's a respawn timer going every 15 seconds. You respawn, and so, you don't have to play the waiting game if you die pretty fast. So, I definitely enjoyed that. And so, there's just a lot of things different about this game. So definitely give it a go if you have been adamant about, no, I would never play Gears of War again. At least give it a try. Give it a try. You might find you like it. Just maybe, But anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.